Anyway, today my topic is going to talk about how to unleash your business intelligent innovation with data. So, as I just spoken, like data is a key nowadays for most of the company, especially because of the COVID-19 situation that actually accelerate a lot of different companies to make use of ICT infrastructure and also their data to enhance their services or to re-innovate themselves under this COVID situation. And according to the IDC, the Global Data Sphere forecast, the amount of data created in the next 3 years will be more than the data created in the past 30 years. So, and that's true. Actually, I even heard one of the news that in the next like 50 or 100 years, the amount of energy to store data is going to be more than the fossil fuel consumption that the Earth can maintain. So we are going to be drowned by the data. Okay, yeah. So some of different examples like Merrill Electric, like using data to with a sophisticated like mathematical algorithm to enhance their customer experience. Like McDonald's in this recent few years, there's a lot of different change in McDonald's here today. So they have a lot of customization of service based on the using new technology and data to drive their services. Of course, the online business, Amazon, Taobao, Uber Eats, and lots of different companies are now using data to help to drive their customer business, and also especially like Uber Eats, they even under this COVID situation, they actually massively expand their business worldwide. One of my examples, actually, I just come back from Canada. My company, my father's company, actually is doing retail in Canada. It's a very traditional company, but it's not a food company. It's selling some retail selling flowers. Uber Eats actually approached us during the last 2 months, and we actually place our product, like my family business product, into the Uber Eats, and actually we drive. It's a small business, so we drive more than 400 orders per month, just by subscribing the Uber Eats. So that, as you can see, that all this new technology, especially under this COVID situation, have changed a lot of different types of business. And these are the definitely a new revenue stream for a lot of business by leveraging ICT services and also data. So, but how can you really do it? Like people different companies are getting a lot of using ICT service to get a lot of data. But how do you really can create a value from by leveraging data analytics? So we can briefly summarize into 5 different areas. The first thing is definitely the resources and skill, whether you have the proper person to do it. And especially when you're handling data, you are no longer talking about you need the ICT people. A lot of time you need a programmer, but you cannot rely on a programmer to do analytics. You cannot rely on a system administrator, a network expert, a cybersecurity expert to do data analytics. It's no longer in that area. That's why you need to think about what sort of resources and skill and the people you really need, especially when a lot of IT department now need to handle data. What type of people you really need? Like in ourselves, we actually set up a R&D development facility, just hire people good in mathematics. Okay, so this is something new to a lot of business. Yeah. So the second thing is about data accuracy. When we are talking about big data is talking about like gathering different type of data. Every type of data you just throw it into a big garbage can. A lot of the time, all this data are not really accurate. Can you make it more accurate? For example, when you connect data in IoT services, sometimes because of the lack of connection, because of the sensor issue, because of different type of thing, you will have missing data. So how can you guarantee the data accuracy? Well, the first thing you may say that get a better IoT equipment to ensure that never fail, but it is not really possible. But actually, on the other way, the mathematic modeling can help you to enhance missing data to create a better data accuracy in when you deriving data. We actually win a couple of awards. CITIC Telecom CBC actually helped some of the windmill and some of the manufacturing industry to design some of our unique algorithm to do missing data, how to handle missing data in the big data environment. And also, when you have all the data and you have the people and the skill, can you map your, can you do any actionable insight in this type of, based on this analytic platform? And also, what very important is that whether you have enough tools, your infrastructure, can your ICT infrastructure to support the data analytics? A lot of the time people are saying that when you have a lot of data, you need to do the calculation, all this thing. Can your existing virtualized infrastructure, your cloud infrastructure, you cannot actually, in our experience during the past 2 years doing a lot of data analytics, you cannot really just, you just buy Amazon cloud, you just buy or private cloud VMware. A lot of the time you involve in some sort of new technology to do an effective analytics, especially in GPU computing. We actually do a lot of data analytics based on GPU now. And very important, because the model and the way how to handling data is going to be different. There will be incurring a separate set of costs. And that need to be considered by the business. So in CITIC Telecom CPC each year actually announced that we have a new ICT mind strategy, which is trying to build a analytic intelligent model that can fit our customer real business value, rather than just we provide an ICT for them. So to go back into the data, we can see that in summary, we can see data actually have 3 states, like most people should already aware, is the data is in transit, or the data is already in use, or the data is sitting somewhere in the data center because it's outdated data. So all these 3 types of data, can we do anything to use this type of data to beat our competition and understand our customer better? Can we use the data to identify different potential opportunity and increase our return on investment? Very important. During our operation, because I'm a CIO for our company, we also do a lot of internal services, IT services. We try to use data to slide down our operation cost and time, and we have been quite successful during the past 2 years on this one. And because of you can slide down operation cost and time, a lot of time you can really make better decisions. What a lot of companies when they are doing more of the data analysis, one of their hope is, can we use data, our existing data and the trend of the data, to forecast what is our possible future outcome? Can we do any scenario planning based on our historical record? So a smart agile way to support the data-driven business, we see that we need to have 4 important mindset on how to build a data-driven business. First very important, is the business now need to seriously think about adopting artificial intelligence. Okay, it's no longer just a jargon. Like artificial intelligence really helpful in a lot of data analytics. How to connecting your business, your different area or business application, your ICT infrastructure to build that can really satisfy your data-driven business. How to you integrate your different organization and your data organization, just like what they just talked about, like because the governance of different work. How you really integrate your infrastructure or your platform or your people and skill and your business in a data-driven business model that can really build value for your company. And very important, business model need to think about reinventing their services, such as actively use AI, robotic automation, augmented reality in in their business scenario. One of the examples we can share in our internal services. As you guys, if you are keep track of CITIC Telecom CPC, we actually win massive amount of award because during the COVID-19 times, we actually launched our AR remote hand service partner with H3 to develop a platform leveraging AR for the customer that cannot reach our data center because of the COVID. And they can remote control our people inside the data center with augmented reality to help them do all this patching work, installation of server, expanding their data center infrastructure. This really helped a lot during the COVID-19 situation. Like traditionally, the customer usually just send person to the data center because of the lockdown where they cannot do it. But with this type of reinvention, we help our customer, we also help ourselves, protect our customer, and also protect ourselves. And we also build a more efficient way for our customer to interact with us in the data center services. So the approach to managing, let's talk about data in transit as a whole, because when talking about analytics of data, it's going to be a very big topic. So a new approach is we need to managing your new ICT infrastructure. So what we hope we can bring to our customer is do it by 4 different ways. One of the ways is through active recognition through different types of modeling from the customer data, not just our ICT data, their geographic, their business operation, and how to establish a baseline data model for correlation. And the second stage is we hope we can build a services that can do dynamic monitoring and correlation and do a self-learning model for our customer in our data analytics, and also can monitor and monitor the application based on a business application perspective, that how customer really experience when they are using our ICT services. And also we close the loop on the ICT using different type of artificial intelligence mathematical model to help customer to analyze their ICT and also correlate their business data to drive value to their business.